this week's main event, Chi-Town Rumble 89. Man, look at those athletes on there. You're really stretching me, dog. That's not cool. Look at the paint on my face. We talk about this all the
I
time.
really had fun with these.
Funny thing about this cover, both these guys are in this pay-per-view, but they do not fight each other. But they are.
That seems to be the theme.
Yeah, even WCW, you can't escape it, right? So I mentioned, though, this is Chi-Town Rumble. And I mentioned to you that there's a really big match on here, and I've seen it, but it's been a long time, so I can't remember. But this features the first of the Ricky Steamboat Ric Flair trilogy from 1989. Some people consider it the best trilogy ever in wrestling, and the first match takes place on this pay-per-view.
Nice.
So the reason I said we're going to have to jump out of our normal is I kind of forgot that Clash of the Champions were not pay-per-views, but the second match in the trilogy takes place at Clash of the Champions after this. So the next time we do WCW, we have to cover that Clash of Champions. We have to, even though it's not pay-per-view, because that's the second match in the trilogy.
Hey, it's our podcast. We can change the rules.
Damn right. And it sucks because there's a lot of good stuff on the Clash of Champions, but they were not pay-per-views. They were free. They were on TV.
Yeah.
But we'll make an exception because we have to see all three of these matches. I have not seen them in a long time. I know that Ric Flair never came out and picked a favorite because he's Flair, being Flair, because Flair said, we had 100 matches better than any of those. Because Flair's cocky like that.
Yeah.
Steamboat says the second one is his favorite. The Clash of the Champions is his favorite. So I'm excited because this might be the first time, let's be honest, we haven't really seen that great of Ric Flair matches yet. Nothing sticks out.
No, I think my favorite Ric Flair I've seen was that when he was in WWE, actually.
Right. But as far as
real
WCW so far, like, I think maybe the match with Luger is probably the best one we saw, which was like a pay-per-view or two ago, but we haven't really got to see any great Ric Flair matches. I haven't seen this in a long time, but I know a lot of people say this is the best match, fan-wise. Most fans say this is the best match of the trilogy. So, but
awesome.
So yeah, we'll watch this. We'll watch that Clash, and then the next pay-per-view, which is Wrestle War, will be the third match in the Flair Steamboat trilogy. So there you go. But this is Chi-Town Rumble. We're in Chicago, Illinois, at the UIC Pavilion. 8,000 people in the house.
And
he switched it. He showed the alternate version.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do. This is what I'm planning on doing now. I release these videos on my YouTube page, Dragon Blazer Productions, and the Boomer and Blaze YouTube page. And my intentions is to start doing alternate covers. One cover on the YouTube, my YouTube page, and one on the actual Boomer and Blaze page.
Yes.
So I made two separate covers. I gave you blue. I gave me red. We changed up the mask a little bit.
Yep. This is something else to try to do. Didn't do it last week. Well, you did, but we decided last week looked a little more badass the other way.
Yeah.
This one was lame, but yes.
I really like both of these.
I stayed on it. I even sent you both pictures because I knew where you were going. I'm like, here you go. I'm going to do your two versions.
Yep. And we're probably going to keep doing stuff like that. If I find like some cover art where we have two separate cover arts, I might completely change the cover arts.
Right. We'll run down this real quick before we start our pay-per-view. Our commentators are Jim Ross and Magnum TA. Our referees are Tommy Young and Teddy Long. You're going one-on-one with The Undertaker, baby. But what my co-host is going to be really excited about is our interviewer is Mr. Bob Cottle. And I'm really excited about Chi-Town Rumble.
Oh, my goodness.
Got a lot going on tonight.
I would also like to point out, this is technically our second Chi-Town Rumble, but the first one was a Starrcade.
Yeah.
And this is also our second time in the same UIC Pavilion in Chicago, Illinois. This is the second time we've been at this venue.
And the more we go through, and I like this, so my co-host here wants to start doing some stat stuff, which I love. By the way, random side note, I have not stopped doing Boomer Facts. We just haven't had any for these last pay-per-views. There just hasn't been any juicy backstage stuff. But now he wants to do the stats, and I like that. And once we start doing, especially with WCW, with you doing this, you're going to see that they had a lot of towns they went to constantly, because you got to remember WWE is all over the country. But back then, WCW couldn't do that. So there's a lot of Chicago, there's a lot of Baltimore, like Atlanta. WCW has roots
So
in
I
a handful of places.
I did well. This was back in the time where they were big into territories.
Yeah.
Um,
Before everything
only WWF really started interrupting the territories, but I just watched one of the Dark Side of the Rings that talked about that. But anyways, no, I wasn't WW. It wasn't the Dark Side of the Ring. I was listening to about that. It was the Vince McMahon Netflix special. I watched the first episode of that.
I was saying maybe you were watching Tales from the Territories, because that's another new show.
No, I haven't watched that.
From the same guys, The Rock's involved in that one. But anyway.
But to make a point, so we've watched 6 Starcades. We've watched 1 Bunkhouse Stampede, and this is our first time doing another thing besides Starcade. A total of 7 different pay-per-views till today. But a lot of these Starcades have all been at the Greensboro Coliseum in North Carolina, in Greensboro.
Yep.
Now, 2 of those Starcades, they had like separate venues, if you remember right, where we had some matches at this venue, some matches at this venue for the same pay-per-view. And some of them were in Georgia at the Omni Coliseum. We had 2. And then we had one at New York, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. And one of these shows was at Virginia at the Norfolk Scope.
All places we're going to see a lot more of the
Omni. I believe that was at the Bunkhouse.
There you go. Well, I'm excited. I don't know if I've ever watched this whole Chi-Town Rumble. I know I have seen this Steamboat Flair match, but it's been many years. And it's going to be all about the big gold, baby. Big gold right here.
Big gold.
Which, by the way, yes, my nameplate does say Ric Flair on it.
Oh, nice.
Well, when I got it, what else are you going to get? And it can't be changed. Like, this nameplate's actually part of the belt. So, there you go. Ric Flair, baby. Okay. All right. All right, are you ready? Are we going to go Rumble in Chi-Town?
We are ready.
I mean, we're only, like a couple hours away. Right down the road, we can drive.
Fair enough.
All right. Let's do it. Let's watch the Chi-Town Rumble. All right, so here we go. We're kicking off the Chi-Town Rumble with Russian Assassin number 2. There was Paul Jones taking on the leader of the Freebirds, baby, Michael P.S. Hayes. And I think my co-host, I think you need one of those sequenced Confederate flag jackets there, coats like Michael Hayes had. That'd really fly today, wouldn't it?
I would never wear that.
Talk about getting canceled. This was a real thing. The Freebirds did it for a long time. Of course, the Godwins did it in the 90s in the WWE. Maybe not as extreme, but anyway, this is our opening match. And, of course, since it's a Russian, we assume, under the mask, it's probably some guy from Chicago. But
probably.
Michael Hayes is the fan favorite. The ladies love him, and he did know how to work a crowd. You got to admit, Michael Hayes may not be the greatest wrestler in the world, but he definitely knows how to work a crowd and work the ladies. This match was fine, but nothing to brag about or to shit on. It was just a fine match.
Yeah.
I didn't see any botches, but there's no story here. Like, I don't even know why we could have the Freebirds against the Russians. I don't know why we have a singles match. Like, sure.
Well, so let's put this out first. You've got your Boomer facts. I have Blaze's stats. So Blaze's stats. So this is our first ever singles match between either of these 2 wrestlers. Michael Hayes has shown up once so far in a 6-man tag match at Starcade Chi-Town Heat, where he faced Eddie Gilbert, Larry Zbyszko, and Rick Steiner, and he was with the Fabulous Freebirds and Sting. So in our last that wasn't our last pay-per-view. Our last pay-per-view was True Grit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I remember the cover.
The Russian Assassin number 2 was in a tag match in that pay-per-view, facing the Russian Assassins, and they defeated Ivan Korloff and the Junkyard Dog.
Yep,
Michael Hayes lost to the Larry Zbyszko team.
I remember that one well,
yes.
just because we were like, why the fuck that team of Junkyard Dog and Koloff was a little weird. Like, what? So I remember that one well.
So yeah, both of these guys have shown up on the podcast so far, but both of them were in tag matches. One a 6-man, one a regular tag match. This is their first singles match, so I do not have any win-loss records for singles. I did separate win-loss records for singles matches and separate win-loss records for tag team matches.
Yeah, and I imagine maybe this is a way to just mix up the tag feud, or it's just still early. Michael Hayes, though, I do know from back in the day, was kind of like one of their go-to guys, so this may not have been the original plan, and they just needed Michael to step in or something. Who knows? But it was fine.
Maybe.
I mean, you don't have to open the pay-per-view with a huge match, especially back in this day. But it was
I feel like the fans were getting pretty bored.
They were.
There was a lot.
The only time they really cheered is when Michael managed to break out of a hold or get some back, and of course he got his DDT at the end. But yeah, it was just kind of, it was there. It's fine. It was there.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to rank it because it wasn't bad, so I don't feel it's fair to shit on it. But it was just there. It wasn't over the top. I don't know. I'm gonna give it 2 assassins, even though there's only one there.
I was gonna say that I'm gonna go with what the Russians' moniker is, number 2, and almost how I felt about Flushing this is a number 2.
Oh, yeah.
This is kind of a boring match.
Probably didn't help that Bob Cottle interviewed Michael Hayes.
They kept saying that every time the Russian Assassin did Russian Assassin number 2, which is the dumbest name ever, by the way. If you're gonna do singles, why the hell are you just sticking with a Russian Assassin?
There were also assassins that were 1 and 2, not Russian.
I know. I have those stats too. Yes, there was a team called the Assassins at one time, and this is the Russian Assassin. They must have really liked the whole assassin moniker.
Throw a mask on.
But there was, there was a couple times that the Russian Assassin just did a clothesline, and they kept calling it the sickle.
And it was not a sickle,
a flying sickle or something like that.
Because Nikita called it the Russian sickle.
Yeah, that might be what it's called, Russian sickle.
Those are definitely sickles.
And they were the lamest clotheslines I've ever seen.
And they kept trying to push Michael as like the hero for the USA. It's like, that doesn't work. You can't push him as Mr. USA. I know he's not foreign, but
I don't know. You
no one's looking at him like the American hero. Like,
your team name was the Fabulous Freebirds, and you don't get more America than fucking the song Freebird. So maybe that's where they're going with.
Yeah, maybe, but it was what it was.
Because it's a free bird.
We'll get to see the Freebirds eventually. We'll get there.
We did. We did,
but we'll see more.
Freebirds were in that 6-man tag match.
Of course, there were Freebirds I remember, or Michael Hayes and Jimmy Jim Garvin, which aren't the originals, but that's just because when I was born. Speaking of, what's that name you just said? You just said Sting, didn't you?
I did say Sting.
And I know we get to see Sting.
Yes, Sting is on this pay-per-view because I've done all the match cards, so I can't remember which match, but yes, he will be showing up on our podcast.
Surfer Sting, though, of course.
And this is also, I think he might be next. This and a little spoiler alert: this is also Sting's first singles match on the podcast.
Yeah, we've only seen him in the tag match, right? That's the only.
I'll have to double check. I think he's shown up twice, but I will check those stats while we're watching this match.
The one was definitely the tag match you addressed. We might have saw him at the time, but
yeah, I will give you more information after this because I think he was in a tag match and he was also in that 6-man tag. But I think he showed up in a different match as well. But I will look all that up. And I'll talk about it when he shows up.
All right. Let's see what's next on Chi-Town Road. All right, so here we go. Our next match. It's Butch Reed with Mr. Hiro Matsuda taking on the man called Sting. Let's take a look at the positives. Like right away, Sting knew how to be different in this era of wrestling when everybody looks the same unless they have a mask.
Yeah.
Sting didn't know how to stick out. And I love Sting. And there were some exciting spots, but this match was too long.
Yeah.
If you took out the two sleepers, it could have been about 8 minutes shorter.
All right, so I'm going to defend those sleepers, actually. So normally we have an issue. Now, I will say that they probably did the sleeper stuff way too much.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily have a problem with the sleeper spots or the match. I just thought it was a smidgen long, a little bit too long.
Right, and I kind of agree. But when it comes to these sleepers, I liked they changed things up. Butch Reed just constantly kept cheating as much as he could, pulling tights, choking,
all the heel shit,
huh?
All the heel shit.
All the heel shit. Hell, but here's the weird thing is Sting also did some heel shit by biting his hand. Like, what the hell?
Thank you. Now, is this not like Hulk Hogan-esque type stuff?
Yes, right? Yes.
The babyface is cheating. That's fine. You love that shit. Like, yeah, bite him again, Sting. Fucking take his finger off. Fine. And the reality is they probably also need those sleeper spots to catch their breath, and I can respect that. We both tried out at wrestling.
It was just a little too much.
Cardio is number one. That's how Dusty Rhodes could go, babies. And if you can't breathe, you can't wrestle. So
yeah, the only thing that saved those sleepers for me was the fact that he kept changing it up. It wasn't just him holding it the whole time. He was constantly changing up the hold, like bringing it where they're both laid down.
Yes, and of course, when they were laid down, they had the evil and infamous putting the feet on the ropes to get that extra leverage.
I mean, there's that, and then I also like how Teddy Long as a ref is fun.
Teddy Long, like
as a ref,
I don't remember a lot of this stuff from Teddy. I remember Teddy as GM and all that. This shit.
Yeah.
Teddy Long.
Well, I had no idea he was a ref until
he was. I just didn't remember how fucking good he is. This was good.
I love when he's pulling the tights and he like looks at the audience and he's like, you know what? I have a shitload of witnesses out there. Let me consult with my witnesses.
He always goes to the audience, folks. He always goes.
I also liked when the manager was it Matsuka or Masudo? Masuda.
Yeah.
And he's choking Sting on the ropes.
Yeah.
And when Teddy Long's like turned around and is watching, some Harry Potter motherfucker jumps up and is like, he did it. He's using Wingardium Leviosa on that shit.
Teddy Long, the fan-friendly referee, you know.
I also saw a fan with a Hulkamania shirt.
Yeah. You know, they didn't care back then. They weren't confiscating signs yet and shit.
Yeah.
And of course, the end was fun.
Did you notice the Harry Potter looking dude?
No, I did notice the shirt, but I missed Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He must have traveled back to make things right.
Yeah.
Sting's face paint was also weird. Side note. It was weird. That's his early face paint. It was a little different than normal.
Yeah, it was odd.
Yeah, and the funny thing is AEW just released a classic Sting figure. When they showed the picture, I'm like, Sting never looked like that. And then we started doing these old pay-per-views. I'm like, oh, he did look like that.
Oh yeah, he 100%.
Shut the fuck up now. Like I know what I'm talking about. I was just like, what? That figure's horrible. That doesn't look like Sting in here. It's like the original old school.
Also, can we give Sting some props for his selling of the reversal when he did the Sting? What was it? I forget if they had a name for it, but when he jumped off the ropes and Butch Reed put his knees up.
Oh yeah.
Sting was all over the rings, like selling that,
making that shit legit.
That reverse. It was great reversal.
And Sting to me, and I should know this stuff, and I didn't really look, but Sting looks really good already, and he's young into his wrestling career. Like he looks. doesn't
Also,
look real green.
apparently 6'9". I never dawned on me how big Sting is.
Yeah, well, again, when you get in the ring with bigger people, yeah.
Well, when you get in the ring with giants, it's hard
Yeah.
to tell that you're also a giant sometimes.
Kind of like the Billy Gunn effect we talk about, and how massive Billy Gunn is, and he just doesn't look like it because he's in there with, larger than life.
Yeah.
And we're going to see that a lot, by the way, and I'm not trying to compare Sting to Hogan all the way because Sting was a better wrestler, but we're going to see that same kind of formula as we go on of, Sting's got to have the big bad villains, to beat.
Yeah.
The same kind of formula, the monster heels.
You can tell right now he's not exactly the main event yet. He's an exciting upstart is the way they have him.
Yeah, the up and comer, the exciting young, what did Jim Ross say? A massive guy who can fly. So let's calm down. He's not that massive. He's tall. But Butch Reed was bigger than Sting. I mean, but
still being that agile at 6'9" is pretty.
It is, yes. It is
impressive.
So other than being a little bit too long, it was still entertaining. I love the end because Butch Reed had that pin and he was holding the ropes to try to cheat, and fucking Teddy Long kicked his hands off the ropes.
Yeah, no, fuck out. You ain't doing that.
He flipped it over and got his roll up and won, and then Butch Reed continued to beat the fuck out of him. And Matsua attacked Teddy Long. What the fuck's going on? Teddy didn't do nothing.
Oh, he kicked that hand. He was mad.
Yeah, we had the manager fighting the referee. We had a fucking brawl for all going on. Still better than our opening match. I'll give it that. It was definitely more entertaining than the opener.
Yeah, I think I'm a little up on this than you aren't even. But I also want to point out, this is our first appearance of Butch Reed on the podcast. We have not seen him in any other show. We have seen Sting twice. This is his third appearance. Once with the Fabulous Freebirds and that 6-man tag that we already talked about. And then we also had him in a tag team match with Dusty Rhodes for the World Tag Team titles. And they won the titles against the Road Warriors. So,
yes, I do remember that now. Okay, but this is his first.
This is his first singles match, but this is our third time seeing him on the podcast.
Got it. Well, definitely, like I said, better than the first one between all the shenanigans and the referee and fucking everybody involved. You'll probably go a little higher than me, and that's okay. But I'm gonna go 3. I'll give it 3 Stinger splashes, even though we didn't see a Stinger splash. But,
I'm going to go with 3.5. Oh, my belly hurts.
Oh, my belly. It was the sell. It was the sell.
It was a great sell.
Like it should
be. Good sell. And you know I love a good sell.
We push it all the time.
Love a good sell.
Selling is a huge part of the wrestling.
For me, that's what makes you great. Right? Yeah. Is being able to sell just as well as doing the moves.
And some of the best is when you sell and you don't know if they're selling. Like those are the best sells. Is when you don't know, if they're selling. Yeah.
No, I could tell. He's definitely selling that. But
Edge wrestle now, and he takes any kind of like pile driver or something, and he's selling. I'm like, oh shit, is he really fucking? Because the neck history, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, there we go. Much better than the first match, and so far not a bad pay-per-view. We got through the Russian thing. So I'm just really excited to get to this main event. I know we have a few more matches, but I just want to see if this main event's going to live up to the hype, and to see if we get to see any. Oh, by the way, we forgot that interview backstage with Ricky Steamboat. He had his whole family, he had his wife, and his fucking son was dressed it was Mini-Me. Ricky's Mini-Me, dressed just like him. Had on the gear and everything. I shall call him Mini-Me. Just the two of us. So we did get that interview backstage.
We can make it if we try.
If we try, just the two of us. Let's move on. Let's see what's next in the Chi-Town Rumble. All right, so here we go. We're revisiting a feud we've seen. The original Midnight Express, new Midnight Express, but we're going to throw the managers in this time. And the stipulation that let me be specific, whoever gets pinned must leave. Not everyone, not the whole team. Just whoever gets pinned. And this was fun, dude. Paul Heyman is gold.
I like the interviews between both managers.
Yeah. And you know me, I kind of don't like Cornette, but this was fun. I'm still babyface Cornette's still a little weird, but
it is. He definitely doesn't feel like it.
But a good match. I'm not quite sure why Jack Victory got inserted at the end. Probably because Rob whatever his name was, Conroy's gone.
Condrey,
yeah, I think Condrey's gone. That's why Victory got slapped in here, but the crowd was into this match the whole time. Both managers were. Jim Cornette even did the old like fucking roll under to get a tag at one point, like the old rolls. Very entertaining shit. Paul Heyman, even back then, you could see he was a star, right? Get you a few sweat. Yeah,
I'm assuming he lost this match so he could go form ECW.
Paul didn't lose though. It's only Paul didn't lose. Only the person that got pinned has to leave.
Really?
So just Randy.
I missed that.
Just Randy has.
So just Randy Rose is leaving.
Yeah, they even said at the end, like, "Oh, now Randy Rose has to leave." Yeah. No, it's not quite ECW time yet. No, we're still early.
Right.
Yeah. We haven't even got to the Dangerous Alliance yet, and that happens before he starts ECW. So Paul's still around for several years here. So.
All right. Well, I have a few stats. We've seen Bobby Eaton a lot on the podcast.
Yeah.
He's shown up as the Midnight Express with Dennis Condrey. He's shown up with Stan Lane once before. The Midnight Express wrestled 3 times with Dennis Condrey, and he lost all 3. He once with Stan Lane, he won. He also has done one singles match as well. At Bunkhouse Stampede, that ended in a draw, actually. Only draw we've had so far on the pod. We've also seen Randy Rose, I believe, once with the Midnight Express, the original Midnight Express, when he was wrestling with Dennis Condrey. Name gets mentioned a lot. This is only our second 6-man tag team match as well. The other one was the one we've already talked about with Sting and them. So this is the Freebirds. So this is only our second 6-man tag match. I believe this is also our second loser leaves match as well.
I believe, wasn't the other one with fucking...
The other one was a loser leaves town tuxedo street fight.
That was Boogie Woogie, right?
Was
Boogie Woogie in that?
So I'd have to look it up.
I think so. That's a Boogie Woogie match. The links.
Have to look. Let's see. Street fights.
Jim Cornette also, once again, and I believe we saw him in the ring one other time, he has on the full body suit. He doesn't just wear the wrestling trunks. He has to have a full body suit.
Yeah.
Matches boys.
I believe it was with Paul Jones and Jimmy Valiant.
Jimmy Valiant, who is the Boogie Woogie.
Not mistaken. Is the Boogie Woogie man.
Yeah. So there you go. But again, fun and entertaining, just really weird. Not only see Cornette, but the Midnight Express is facing as well. But since you got the original, you throw Jack Victory in there, which I've heard that name. I don't know a lot about Jack Victory, but I've heard that name plenty. I think he was his trained several people.
This is also his first appearance on the pod, Jack Victory.
Yeah,
we haven't seen Victory. Everybody else we've seen, obviously Paulie Dangerously and Jim Cornette, we've been seeing as managers, but I haven't been keeping track of the managers.
Right.
Just actual in-ring performances.
They were all pretty fun. It broke down at the end. Everybody was in there. The ref couldn't keep track of anything. The one thing I thought was funny at the end when Stanley, crazy. When Stanley got the pin, like the ref was already to 2, and he all of a sudden had a moment. He was like, "Oh shit, I didn't hook the leg." He hooked it like right at the last second when it didn't matter. Almost like he forgot. Oh, I was supposed to hook the leg. My bad.
By the way, I really enjoyed that finisher. That finisher looked brutal.
Yeah.
It looked like they shoved his face directly into the
I forget what they called it, but yeah, that was definitely brutal. I personally remember as a kid, which is a little later than this because this is really young, but I remember really liking Bobby Eaton later when he's a singles wrestler. Especially that leg drop off the top he used to do. But fun overall, and bye-bye to whatever the fuck his name was because nobody
Randy
cares.
Rose, I believe.
Randy Rose. Bye-bye, Randy. Bye. You're out of here, and I'll give this 3. I'm gonna give this 3 Midnight Expresses. There's 2. We might as well have a third one. We'll be the other one. We're the new Midnight Express, bitches. Now what?
I'm gonna give this also 3. My name is Paul E. Dangerously.
Hey. Speaking
man,
of tag
it
teams,
was great seeing old Paul Heyman
he's
on
so
the
young.
mic. He's just
He's so
so
young,
good.
so thin, has hair.
He has hair. He's look good. He looks good.
Speaking of tag team renames, I thought I'd share this with you because I know you usually appreciate little things like this. Al Snow has been wrestling with a new younger wrestler that's in his company, and they're tagging together, and now they are called the Newest Rockers because you can't be the new Rockers. You got to be the
newest Rockers.
Literally, they're called the Newest Rockers. Yes.
Nice.
And Al still wears his like Leaf Cassidy gear when he wrestles with him. It's great shit. Anyway, that was a random side note. The newest Rockers. All right. Well, that was fun. Not as bad a pay-per-view so far. Let's see what we have next. All right, so our next match is for the NWA World Television title. It's the champ Rick Steiner, and he's got brother with him. Scotty's with him. The ringside.
So this is actually a rematch of.
It is. Yep.
Yeah, Rick Steiner won it against Rotunda in the first match.
Yep. Which was a True Grit, I believe.
Yes, I believe it was.
And I remember the first time that they met, we talked pretty good about the match, and I will again because what a wrestling match. This part's fun for me too because when it comes to WWE, I pretty much remember everything we watched. Going back this early though in WCW, like I don't remember Rick Steiner as a single star. I didn't get to see this stuff. When I think of the Steiner brothers, it's the Steiner brothers.
Yeah, this is actually we've actually seen Steiner 3 times. He's done the singles. He was also in the 6-man tag match that we talked about earlier, and he was not with Scott. We have not seen Scott as a wrestler yet. He was on the sidelines there for this match, but he has not been in the wrestling match yet. Rick Steiner teamed up with Eddie Gilbert and Larry Zbyszko on a couple of pay-per-views, I believe, on the Chi-Town, last Chi-Town.
And Rick, of course, used to be with the Varsity Club.
Yeah, I remember Wes talking about the entrance musics, about how they both were using like the same entrance music.
And by the way, I forgot to mention this after the last match, but for some reason on this pay-per-view, after every match, when they've announced the winner, they've also announced how long the match went, which is
I thought that was cool.
15 minutes and 25 seconds. Yeah, it's the first time they've kind of done that one. So this was a really good back and forth wrestling match, just like the last time these two met, which I always knew Mike Rotunda could go, and obviously Scott should be able to. They fucking wrestled in Michigan, for goodness sakes. But it was interesting when one Kevin Sullivan, who really fits the Varsity Club well, the one magician with the college students, comes out and basically said, "What a pretty puppy you have, Rick. I'm going to get you and your little dog."
Yeah, that was kind of weird considering it really had very little effect on the match.
It did, but did you hear them mention that if Rick got counted out, he'd lose his title?
Oh.
Which maybe that was rules back then?
I thought that
was that as a special stipulation, but when he was out there, maybe it was just they got lost in commentary. But the one did say, Magnum TA did say, he's got to remember if he gets counted out, he loses his belt. Didn't happen. We also got original old school JR. Let me tell you everything about their football pass. We're getting it already before the king even makes fun of it.
I think JR was like wanting to be a football announcer, and this is where he got.
You guys went to college. Every sport they played, every fucking girl they screwed. Like it was, we got the whole college. Did you know in 1965 Rick Steiner played chess for the high school team and was a badass? No, but you're right. The Kevin Sullivan thing didn't really affect the match much. Definitely an interesting finish, and I kind of saw it coming before it did. Like once they got down on the mat, I was like, "Oh, Rick, you better be careful there, buddy."
An interesting way to finish it.
It was. So Rick gets a sleeper. Rick gets a sleeper on, and they're standing up. He pushes Rotunda into the corner just to kind of hit him against it, puts him back in the sleeper, and they end up on the ground in the sleeper. And I think it was Magnum that even mentioned, or JR, I don't know, but they were like, he needs to be careful of his shoulders. So he's got this sleeper hold on. And we know what wrestling is, right? But this is the one illogical thing about it. He has a sleeper on. You can hear the ref counting the 1, 2, 3, and then the bell rings, and then Rick celebrates. Dude, You heard the ref count in 3. You didn't have a
Yeah.
pin. What did you think happened? that was Rotunda tapping out?
I think they're
But
just playing it off as he was in the zone. He didn't
probably, but
realize it.
what happened, kids, is even though Rotunda was in the sleeper and was about all the way passed out, Rick's shoulders went to the mat and the ref counted Rick down for the 3, and Mike Rotunda wins the TV title. Pretty slick. Pretty interesting little, and you can extend the feud that way too. Now, I will argue I thought Rotunda was out. Like, you saw Teddy Long lift his arm and it fell down, so I thought he was going to stop the match right there. But he only did it one time and it kept going. So, yeah, Rick screwed himself. Rick screwed Rick. You don't even have to argue about that. You can't blame nobody else. Rick screwed Rick, and he's no longer TV champ.
So I just want to point something out real quick. While I was looking up stats for everything, there are so many wrestlers at this time named Rick or Ricky. Like, there's Rick Rude, Rick Steiner, Rick Flair.
A lot of Ricks, right? And
Yeah.
people pick on Vince McMahon for avoiding that kind of thing. He doesn't want 800 wrestlers with the same name. Of course, this is early. This is the 80s. But yeah, there are a lot of Ricks. Popular.
Yeah.
What was going on back then? Your parents couldn't come up with another name?
Then we also got one tonight, Rick Steamboat.
Against Ric Flair.
Against Ric Flair. The Battle of Ricks.
We need a referee named Rick. Tommy Young and Ted Longer have to take a break. We got to get a ref named Rick. We got to throw somebody out there. But good match. The end was a little interesting. Might have took away from it a little bit because I was cool with just the old school wrestling match that was going on. But I also understand you got to build a story here. The Varsity Club is the evil heels, so they got to cheat to win. And it kind of made Rick look like a fool in a little bit of a way. Like,
I'm stubborn in the fact that I liked the way the ending worked. I thought that was a different, unique ending.
It was definitely different,
but at the same time, I think they should have stuck with him getting counted out to lose. Yeah. Especially if he's going to lose the title either way.
Took the time to have Sullivan come out and talk about the dog.
Yeah. That just
Scott
seemed
was going to go back. I thought
yeah.
at least Scott was going to go back or something. Like, they kind of just, they could have done a little differently. I agree. Yeah,
that could have been a way to get Scott away from the sidelines, but yeah, I felt like that would have been
weird or something,
For this match, I feel like that would have been a better way to end it. But yeah.
Besides that, though, good match. And we have a new TV champion, and of course, they told us every match from here on out will be a title match. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but this is another 3, I think. I'm going to give this 3 sleepers. Just keep the shoulders up when you give them sleepers.
I'm going to give it 3 too, because even though I just complained about the ending, I actually also liked the ending. So, and it was a decent match. Rotunda is just terrifying because I fear like he's going to audit me. It's always a concern when he shows up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always concerning.
It is. He kind of becomes
now he's still in college, so
he kind of becomes $1 million man type character too later on when he goes back to WCW.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, but they decide to make fun of Vince McMahon, so they call him VK Wall Street. Because McMahon's name's Vincent Kennedy, so they call him.
Yeah. I gotcha.
He kind of does like $1 million man type gig. Yeah. But IRS, I think, still his best, which is crazy, right? A very talented wrestler, as we can see. I still think his greatest point in his career was probably being IRS. I mean, you could argue it, but
I would argue that he's better as a father.
Right.
That was his best persona, being a father and giving us Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. And don't forget Uncle Howdy.
And Uncle Howdy.
Can't forget Uncle Howdy.
You know what? I loved Bo Dallas back in the day. Like his Bo Leaf stuff.
Oh, I know you were all on it.
I was like,
you were believing almost every podcast you found a way. Almost every episode.
I loved Bo Dallas. Yeah. I really enjoyed him when he was there. So I feel like Rotunda just gave us some good wrestlers. I mean, I liked IRS too. IRS was fine.
IRS,
but
Death in Texas, baby. IRS and the Undertaker. We're gonna make it happen. Death and taxes.
Yeah, I think it's a little late for that. Is
All right.
Rotunda still alive?
Yeah.
Is he? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Well, that Rotunda is.
No,
Oh,
no,
you're the heel. Fuck.
that's sad.
Anyway, let's
And
cut
we
that.
just had the 2-year anniversary of his
Oh,
passing.
we did, and we do got to mention real quick. We did get to see a promo before the intermission too. We got to see the Road Warriors backstage, in the good old '80s.
You know what? For some reason, I like to make fun about the fact that, especially back in this time, everybody just screamed. Everyone screamed on the mic. And tonight, the main one we don't see scream is like the managers, like Paul E. Dangerously and Jim Cornette. They have a very distinct voice.
Yeah.
Which is why they're so good. Obviously, Ric Flair's really good on the mic. Yeah. He doesn't have to just scream. He has his own style. The Road Warriors are ones that I don't know if it's because of nostalgia, but I don't mind their scream. I like their scream.
Because with them, that was their style. Like you're talking about with Flair and everybody else, how they had a certain style. So you expected it from the Road Warriors, and they didn't try too hard. Some guys forced that shit. It just sounded horrible when they were just.
Yeah, a lot of them. The problem with that promo type is that so many of them just sound exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like,
where it's the Road Warriors. If you just played an audio clip of them doing a promo, wrestling fans would know. Like, yeah, that's. I think so. There's a difference. There's a style to the way they do it. It's not just yelling.
Yes.
Like, you know what? Tonight in Manchester, I'm going to kick your ass. You know, it's not that.
Right.
To be fair. All right. Well,
to be fair.
Another good one. We got some more title matches to go. Let's see what's next. Oh. All right, and here we go. Our next match. It's Barry Windham, who is also out here with Hiro Matsadui or whatever his name is. Part of that evil Japanese faction, obviously. And he's defending his United States Championship against Lex Luger. Thought this was a great match. Barry Windham was a good wrestler for a big man. Lex Luger takes a lot of crap, but I thought he did good in this match. I mean, you don't have to always be the best wrestler in the world to get through a match, right?
Right.
Look at Lex Luger. I mean, come on. Especially back then, like if you were like, hey, draw me a professional wrestler, it would probably look pretty close to Lex Luger. I mean, he looks like a superhero, for God's sakes. I mean, it's chiseled.
And the crowd he is quite chiseled, yes.
It was a great match. Both men selling the hell out of everything, especially when Barry injured his hand.
Lex Luger took, what was it, a suplex, I think, and just popped right up. He no-sold the
that was for character purpose, though. Yeah.
But I was about to say that, like, Lex Luger doing no-sells, I kind of like.
Yeah, it
kind of fits.
Kind of his Hulk moment, you know? Hulking up. Yeah, I don't mind that either if it fits the character. Now, if it would have been X-Pac, it would have been like, come on, man. Like when he cleared the ring, your favorite hero of all time. When he cleared the ring.
Actually, I would have liked it if X-Pac did like a pop-up and then falls flat on his face.
Right.
Like he tries, but he just doesn't have the power to do it.
Had a little blood in this match. Barry injured his hand, so he has no way to put on that deadly. The claw. The claw. God, I wish I could remember who I listened to. One of the podcasts I listened to, somebody just absolutely hates. They're like, the Iron Claw is the stupidest fucking move ever in wrestling. No one believes that. But let's be honest, we all know that the real worst, I mean, it's popular and we love them, but we all know that the worst actual finisher in professional wrestling was the people's elbow. Way too over the top.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, that's neither here or there. It was a great match, but we got another fucking weird finish. Another kooky finish in this one. Like, what's going on? What's going on with the hooky finishes? What's the deal? This time it was Barry that beat himself. Kind of. Didn't get a reach around, didn't get dinner or anything. He just fucked himself. with no, yeah. That's right, he fucked himself, kids. He did the old backwards, whatever you want to call it. It's, what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank on what you call that pin right now. But, did like the backbreaker type thing, but kept him in the pin.
A
And
bridge? No.
yeah, I mean it's a back bridge suplex kind of pin.
Yeah.
Suplex, and he kind of bridged or whatever. And yeah, Luger got his shoulder up, and Wyndham did not. And Lex Luger is your new United States champion, and caught an ass whooping for it. So we can tack that on.
Right. And so this was Lex Luger. It's 0-2, as you can see. This is his first win so far in NWA. Wyndham, this is his third loss. He's 1-3 now. Barry Windham was the champion before. I'm trying to remember who he beat. I think he beat. Was it Superstar Billy Graham? He was the last one to win it, so might have been Bam Bam. I'm not real sure who he beat last, but obviously this is Lex Luger's first champion in the since starting.
Right. Yeah, and I do remember Wyndham facing Bam Bam, but I think that was the defense. I can't remember who he took the title off of. And we haven't been watching it, but I do remember him facing Bam Bam because we were both kind of shocked to see Bam Bam Bigelow. Talk about sticking out in the '80s. Bam Bam knew how to do that.
Yeah, the U.S. title's been one that's been. He beat Bam Bam. Yeah,
he did beat Bam Bam. I don't remember if that was for the title. I mean, I think Barry.
It was for the title. It was.
He was defending it. I'm pretty sure against Bam Bam.
Yes, he was already the champion, and yeah, he defended against Bam Bam at True Grit.
Yes, True Grit.
This is Lex Luger's second time fighting for the United States title because he lost against Dusty Rhodes at the Chi-Town Heat.
Shit, that's right. Because you step in the ring with Dusty, baby, you know you ain't winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dusty. He was actually the champion at the time.
Yeah.
So Lex Luger was champion, and he lost it to Dusty Rhodes in a title versus career steel cage match, where obviously if Dusty would have lost, he would have lost his career.
Yeah.
So.
But we know that wasn't happening either. They just do it. We would be without Dusty Rhodes. Surprised Dusty's not on here, and he's not in WWE yet. I'm actually shocked Dusty's not on this pay-per-view. Maybe he's injured. I don't know.
You're right. Dusty isn't on this.
He is not on this pay-per-view. That's unusual for this time period.
Well, he's been on.
Pretty much everything you watch that's in WA, he's been on. Yeah,
he was looking. The person that you'll see the person that has not missed a show is Ric Flair. Oh, Dusty's been on most of them.
Yeah, he's champ right now, so Flair's not missing.
Yeah, he currently has a 2-2 singles record. He's also he's been on 4 or 5. He's tagged with Sting once. We've done 4 podcasts. And I think that's it. He's only been on 5 of the shows. Out of this will be 8 now.
Flair's been on all 8. Woo!
Flair has all kinds of stats that I will be bringing up.
He's going to be on this show too, but not quite yet. We have one more match before our main event. But as far as this one goes, I'm just a broken record today, but it's another 3. I mean, nothing over the top, but a great match. That fucking move, I don't know what Luger was trying to do when he came off the top rope, and he totally missed, and he wiped out completely and then rolled out of the ring. Like, I don't even know if he's going for a shoulder block or what he was doing. He just, like, fucking went off the top, missed Barry, and was gone. Like, see ya. Yeah, 3. 3 top rope moves that you shouldn't do. Kill yourself, Lex.
Yep. Yeah, this was a fun match.
Would you like to rank it?
Have you already ranked it? Did I miss your rank?
3. I literally just ranked it. Yeah, I give it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 3. I'm gonna go with 3 as well.
Truly, it's a lot of 3s tonight, but that's okay. That's better.
Yeah, it's been like a.
We can slowly see the NWA getting better as we get to every pay-per-view. Because I remember when we first started, we were like, we don't know these guys. They all look like fucking your drunk stepdad. Like, so it's really bad. Like,
I know.
So we're getting better.
Doing all the research for all the stats,
and like we've mentioned,
so many people that have just been there like once.
This is technically WCW. They're just not using. They're still doing it under the NWA banner, but this is technically. It's still NWA, but it is owned by WCW. Anyway, I would say let's see what's next, but we know what's next. It's our World Tag Team Title match. We're about to see some LOD, baby.
LOD. Well, they're not called that yet.
No, they're Road Warriors. But actually, they were before this. But anyway, that's a long story. The original Legion of Doom was Hawk, Animal, and Jake the Snake Roberts. That's actually where the Legion of Doom.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You can look that up. There's a fun fact for you. That's the original Legion of Doom.
Oh,
because they looked at him as a faction, so the Road Warriors were a tag team. Jake was the singles guy, and as a faction, they were the Legion of Doom. And then when they went to WWE, they were so known as the Road Warriors. Vince didn't want to use that, of course, because everybody knows it. So then they went back to being the Legion of Doom. There you go. There you are. Fun fact for you.
I did not know that.
Who would have guessed Jake the Snake as their other partner, though, right?
Not no, I had no idea.
They weren't face paint or nothing, and they weren't like a 6-man team. That was just a faction. The Legion of Doom. So, there you go. Little fun fact.
I'll be damned.
All right.
The thing we haven't seen a lot of yet, and I'm looking forward to, is the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, they're not quite there yet. Yeah, because you got Barry with a foreign guy. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing some actual good horsemanship. Yeah, we'll get there. Good stuff.
All right, now we can.
Let's do it. All right, real quick, before our next match, we have some breaking news. My phone was blowing up.
Really?
Yes, everyone hold on to your seats. Swifties rejoice. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift announced they are getting married.
Oh, I did get that notification, actually.
Phone's blowing up. Congratulations, Swifties. I could go a fuck less. But I just thought I'd find it in there. All right.
I like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I mean, they're fine as a couple, but
I like
never listened to a Taylor Swift song the rest of my life and be fine. And I hate the Chiefs, so that's kind of there's the lose-lose.
Yeah, but I've listened to Travis Kelce Brother podcast.
Oh, their podcast is
real good. Their podcast is good, so I have a little bit of a soft spot.
Congratulations for them. And here we go with our next match. It's for the NWA Tag Team Championship. It's the champions of Road Warriors defending against the Varsity Club, but not those two. It's close, though. It's Steve Williams and Kevin Sullivan. Mike Rotunda's in that picture.
Oh, jeez. That's
dang it. Caught you. No, it's okay. Just joking. But they do actually defend against Kevin Sullivan and Mike Rotunda. And this was probably the shortest match so far tonight. And I love the Road Warriors. And these are all big guys, capable guys, other than Kevin. He's a midget. But it was kind of sloppy. Kind of a sloppy match. And the finish was really weird. Like...
Well, Teddy Long didn't see the other guy being pinned.
Well, I think Steve went for his pin too early. Steve Williams went for his. It's not that Teddy Long didn't see it. He counted the right people. He counted the legal guys. Those were the legal. But.
Also, isn't it technically illegal to pin underneath the ropes?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It was just so sloppy.
Because I think that's considered a rope break normally.
They tried to do what we've already seen in 2 more matches and have a situation where more than one person could be pinned or whatever, and it just turned out really bad. Then there were just a couple spots towards the end where Sullivan and Williams were kind of tripping up. I don't know. It wasn't the greatest. I love the Road Warriors. It wasn't the greatest Road Warriors match I've ever seen. It was short and sweet. And they're still champs. So we got all that.
Yeah.
But even the spot at the end where they were supposed to go for the Doomsday device and Hawk was out of the ring, but Animal didn't know it, and would pick Kevin Sullivan up. And clearly, Steve Williams walked right in front of him, and he could see him, but he acted like he didn't see him. So Steve Williams could attack him from behind. It reminded me of a bad 70s porn. By the way, so did the opening.
There is no such thing.
I don't know how I didn't mention that, but tell me the opening to this pay-per-view didn't sound like some 70s porn music.
A lot of them. It's when we were dealing with the WWE as well. There was a lot of the earlier ones. They just I think what it is porn developed 70s and 80s cheesy music as their
porn music,
and
they claimed
so yeah, they took it over. But as you see, the Road Warriors have a 1-2 record. We'd also have seen Road Warrior Hawk in a match, singles match. Varsity Club is 1-0. Obviously, they're now 0-2. Road Warriors are now 2-2. And we've seen Steve Williams in a match as well in singles.
Yeah. So it was there. It was okay. But I'm only giving it a 2. 2 bad pins.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it 2 as well.
A little slow, a little sloppy, but that's okay. It happens. Again, I'll be good. We're going to see plenty of great Road Warrior matches. So
we will.
We'll see plenty more of Hawk by himself too, which I find interesting. But later on down the line, there's a couple times Hawk gets some really big singles matches, which I always found. I guess not that like a lot of people thought Hawk could be a single star, but there were things that prevented that. Anyway.
Something in your nose?
Yeah, I didn't, but he might have. A little fairy dust up the little cocaine.
I believe in fairies. I believe in fairies.
Dun. You probably saw them a few times. Who knows? But there you go. Well, we
wanted some old school Coca-Cola.
We know what time it is now. Main event time.
The thing you've been waiting all
Will it live up to the
show
hype?
For?
The first match in the trilogy is the NWA champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, puts it all on the line against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Let's see.
I'm excited.
Me too. Oh, sorry. I'm so unprofessional. Here we go. All right, here we go. Main event time. And this is the challenger, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, facing the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. And I wondered if it would live up to the hype, and I say it fucking did.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent match. Yeah,
lived up to the hype. Everything I read about it is what I saw. It was fast paced. It was definitely not a boring match at all. It told a good story. We didn't need Jim Ross giving us their life history, but I get it. They're trying to make this, a feel good story. But I don't need to. I was joking earlier when I said he was like they went to elementary school. He really did that. Like Ric Flair went to private school. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat likes long walks on the beach and poetry. Like, I don't know what. But aside from that, it was a hell of a match. This is the Ric Flair we've been waiting to see since we started this. Definitely has been Flair's best match so far.
Yeah.
The chops back and forth, the action on the outside. I couldn't even call the spots that were in this match. The crowd was into it the whole time. It didn't feel like a 20-minute match. It was a little longer than that. It didn't feel like it at all. We had shenanigans, ref bumps, partridges and pear trees. Like it had everything. You know what I'm saying? It was the total package, but not like Sluger.
Yeah, he was already in a match.
Very good match.
So, sure. I just want to say, yeah, I agree. This was a fantastic match. Flair doing. They also had another spot, kind of like what we had in the earlier match, where Flair was doing the figure 4, and
got rolled up,
kept grabbing the
all the tights.
Not the tights. He was grabbing the rope.
Oh, the
figure
rope,
4 leg lock. Yeah. When they had a long, but more was happening. It wasn't just holding them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like this was pretty much nonstop pace. The whole time.
And as we kind of alluded to, Ric Flair has been in every single pay-per-view that we've watched in the NWA. And he has been in every single one of his matches has been for the NWA World Title. He's lost 2, now 3 of those title matches, and he's won 5. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, we have seen 2 other times, so this is his 3rd appearance. One was a tag team title match where him and Jay Youngblood beat the Skos. And then he lost to Tully Blanchard. I believe it was the television title. He lost to Tully Blanchard. And that was in the 1st and 2nd. Then he retired, apparently, for a little while. And now he's back.
Yeah. And at this time,
so that is,
in 1989, this is huge. Ric Flair didn't lose a lot back then. This is before
No.
he was a 340-time world champion.
No, and one of his losses was actually a DQ that I believe is against Road Warrior Hawk.
Yeah,
he lost to Road Warrior Hawk, but it was a DQ, and he didn't lose the title.
Yeah.
And the other one, I think, was Dusty Rhodes did beat him once.
Well, of course, Dusty beat him, but Dusty got to get the wins. No, yeah. I do love Dusty Rhodes when he talks and he cuts great promos, and everything always sounds like it's plural. Let me tell you something, babies. But yeah, great match towards the end. Ricky went for his finisher, the crossbody, and took out Flair and the ref. That's where we got the ref bump at. That's when I thought you were talking about, because Flair at that one point tried to roll him up and pulled the tights, but it didn't matter because the ref was still out cold.
Oh no, I was talking about the grabbing the ring.
Teddy comes out to check on Tommy Young. That's the ref that's out. Flair goes for the figure 4, but Steamboat rolls him up. Teddy Long slides on in and counts to 3. And I even loved at the end after, Teddy's got Steamboat's hand up and shit, and Flair's like talking to Tommy Young like, that's not what happened. That's not your decision. You're the ref. And Tommy Young goes over and raises Ricky's hand as well. So he's your new champ. We go to the back for an interview. And I'm sorry, but the champagne celebration made me laugh. Like,
oh my gosh, so trying
to give a fucking interview, dude, and these guys are money shotting him. You know what I mean, kids, with the champagne. And he can't get any words out. So then he decides to take a sip, and he pours more on his head. And to me, it looked like his eyes were burning. Like Bob Cotto kept saying, "Are you speechless?" And Steamboat wanted to say, "No. Did you not see them fucking throw champagne all over me in my eyes multiple times? I feel like I'm the star of a party porn. This is not okay. This money shot destroyed my face. I cannot." Yeah, he never did open his eyes. He barely opened them. He's like, I don't have a lot to say. I don't know where I am right now. And then if you notice when they cut away right when Sting walked into the frame and he didn't have his makeup on. He had glasses on, sunglasses on. But as soon as Sting walked into the frame, they were like, cut that.
Cut that.
Sting wasn't appearing without makeup back then. They couldn't show Sting's face without makeup. But anyway, great way to end the pay-per-view, and now I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the 2 other matches, because this is going to be a pretty tough one to top for sure. And I mentioned Steamboat's favorite is the one we're going to watch next. That's why we're going to watch Clash of Champions 6 will be our next WCW pay-per-view, because we have to see the second match in this trilogy. We can't just skip that. That would not be good for wrestling historically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a great match, but I will say it was not
our podcast, so we can do what we want.
We do whatever the fuck we want. It was a great match. It was not Steamboat and Savage, but it was up there. Steamboat looked great. Flair looked great. But I'm not going all the way, kids. Sometimes I go all the way. I can't go all the way with this. It was close, though. I was almost there. I was right on the edge. But I am going to go 4.5. 4.5 roll-ups.
I'm going with 4.5 rope grabs.
You did agree with me. There was just something.
It was a really good match.
There was just something not quite getting it to 5, but it was a really good match. But we don't give out 5s like candy around here. 5s aren't crack on our show, okay?
Right.
You gotta earn it. So, but very good way in the show. Excellent pay. This was probably the best. Also overall, probably the best WCW/NWA pay-per-view we watched so far too. There wasn't a big shit show of any kind.
I agree. I think it's definitely the best one we've seen, because I think last one was the best one we've seen till this one.
Yeah, I think this Chi-Town beat the last one, even though technically they're 2 different ones. This is a standalone.
Well, the last one was the True Grit.
Yeah, it was the True Grit. Oh yeah, True Grit. I was thinking of the other Chi-Town.
That one was pretty decent.
We'll do these gaps, but that was a pretty good one. This is probably the best one overall we've watched. So anyway, let's pick some matches.
Let's do that. Absolutely, let's do that.
What I can do.
Favorite match of the night.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
We do believe in Joe Hendry here. All right, favorite match of the night. Get the fuck out of here.
I think you gotta go. Obviously,
it's obviously going to be the Assassin and Michael Hayden. No, I'm joking. It's Steamboat Flair. Come on, it's Steamboat Flair. It's got to be Steamboat Flair. It's my highest rank. Best match of the night.
It's definitely Steamboat Flair. It was a great match. I concur. It was a good match.
We went pretty much threes all the way across the board with 1 or 2 lower wins, but this was a 4.5. Like, can't even. It was the best match of the night, and it had a big fight feel the whole time too. The crowd was in it. It felt like a main event, like it should. So yeah, easy one.
Might have a little harder with the next one.
Worst match of the night.
I should not have watched. Yeah, I say it every time. I fucking love that one. All right, anyway. No, I you know what? I know where I'm going to go with my worst match of the night, and it's because there were only 2 matches that I didn't rank very high, and one was just because it was just kind of a standard, fine, whatever match that you would see on TV. So for my worst match, I'm actually going to go Road Warriors Varsity Club, because I had higher expectations and there were some botches and such. The Assassin Michael Hayes match was just because it was just kind of something you'd see on like Saturday night and didn't feel like a pay-per-view. So yeah, I'm going the Road Warriors match.
For me, I'm going with the Russian Assassin #1 versus Michael Hayes. A big part of this is because you didn't even have the balls to give the Russian Assassin #1 a better name than fucking #1 Russian Assassin. I have some issues. Okay, I have some problems with that, and
character kids. Okay, it's fucking bullshit.
It matters to me.
Not fair to the Russians either.
I guess I was kind of fine with it when he was in the tag team, Russian Assassins. But if you're going to take him out of the tag team world, put him in a singles match, give him a name.
Give him a name.
Give him a damn name, not #1. This isn't fucking Dr. Seuss. There is no thing 1, thing 2. I shall
call him #4.
And not only that, not only did you not give him a name, but couple years before that, you had the Assassins. Here, you just threw the Russian Assassins in #1 and #2 there too.
I think the other assassin is there. I just think they decided for some reason to do a singles competition instead of a tag match. I just think it was.
I don't care. Give him a damn name. Give him a damn name, and it's the first match. Right? It wasn't exactly a great match, anyways.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, my friend. There's worse stuff down the road.
Oh, goody.
I mean, I can't wait till you get to see the ding dongs. Have we seen them yet? No, we have not. You haven't seen the ding. Yes, the ding dongs.
Unless it's a Little Debbie, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's the other way. Goes the other way. And they're talking about ding dongs, not Little Debbies. Anyway, they wear masks too.
My bad. That's Hostess, isn't it? Hostess is ding dongs, right?
They look like giant penises.
I gathered where you were going with.
Oh, I thought I had to lay it out there.
Penis.
Anyway. All right. Well, we made it through. And next week. Now we made it through. We picked matches. Next week, you told me what was next week, and I suck. Next week, we're back on track. And
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. WWE Unforgiven next week.
And I already have an idea for the art.
Don't give away any spoilers. Cover art's part of the fun. We love
the
cover art. And the tiki-takis and all.
I'll tell you after we stop recording.
Guys are fun. All right. Well, let's plug some pluggables.
Yeah, let's do that. You can find me at Dragon Blazer Productions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can find me at Dragon Blazer Pro on the X. Fucking X.
Actually remember my graphic this week. Throw my graphic up real quick, and then I don't even have to remember. There you go. But it is Boomer and Blaze Show everywhere except for DX. We have to go at Boomer_Blaze. Don't forget to follow us and like us and share us and all that good shit. Leave some reviews.
Yes, share all of it and listen to the podcast.
Yes, all the way through.
We support listening to our podcast.
We love it when you listen, watch, or just And again, we brought this up, but. If you only like our bullshit corner or you only like the main event, go over to the YouTube page. This man's been working overtime. Like everything down. Hell, go watch a video game review. I suggest you watch everything, but if you don't want
to. Watch it all.
Go listen to us talk shit if that's all you want to do. Just go listen to us talk about the pay-per-view. But I suggest taking it all in. Do it.
And honestly, we're getting actually more traffic on the Boomer and Blaze YouTube page than I am on my own YouTube page. My Dragon Blazer Productions YouTube page, these episodes are getting 0 to 2 views or whatever. I'm getting a few on the Boomer Blaze. Now, that hasn't quite translated into a lot of subscriptions yet. Only have I think 27, 28 subscribers on the on the Boomer and Blaze, but we are getting some views.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
Take it. We like it. We like it. All right, we did it. We did it. We hope everyone has a great week, and we will see you next week. Until then, this has been the Boomer Blaze Show. I am Boomer.
And I'm Blaze.
Good night from Dragon Blazer Studios.
Have a bad day.
Nailed it. My guy.